Welcome to QiYoga with LuChin. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Guasha to stimulate your yang energy and boost immune system. And soon, you will also have the chance to practice live with me through Zoom by joining the QiYoga membership. Stay tuned for more details. The best medicines in our body, let's tap into it. In Chinese medicine, yang energy is the warming, activating force that propels us to feel energized and ready to face the day. When our yang is robust, we feel warm and alert. But when it is deficient, we might become tired, sluggish, and even ill. Interestingly, these symptoms often mirrors of those autoimmune disorder in Western medicine. From a Chinese perspective, this is often linked to the weakened yang qi, affecting our immune system and vitality. In today's practice, we are going to focus on our head, neck, and shoulders, the area that are home to many powerful yang energy points. First, get your massage oil and your Guasha tools ready. I have a few tools made from a variety of materials, and any of them could work for today's purpose. I will attach links to those tools in the description box below you can reference to. If you ask me which one works the best in nourishing the body, I would say this one, made from terahertz stone. It heats up quickly because it conducts heat super fast, and it radiates an energy frequency that is similar to our human bodies. But when I need to raise Sha to remove chronic stagnant blood and lymph, I would use one that has a thinner edge like this one. If you don't have a Guasha tool at home, you can find a comb like this, a lid from a jar, as long as a round, smooth edge, or even a large serving spoon, it would work for today's practice. Now let's get into the Guasha routine. Apply oil on the neck and shoulders. Essentially, we follow the energy pathways of the governing channel, bladder meridian, and the gallbladder meridian, while also covering the areas in between. Typically, we focus on roughly 4 to 5 lines on each side, in addition to the governing channel. Guasha tools come in many different shapes and form. For head guasha, you can use any edge or pointed tips of the tool, depending on what feels the most comfortable and effective. Starting from the forehead, gently scrape upward past the Baihui point and continue down the back of the head, the back of the neck to Fengfu, the wind mansion, and continue along the cervical spine past the Dazhui point at the C7, moving slowly and steadily, and spend more time on tender areas. Repeat about 5 times. Baihui is renowned for raising yang energy and enhancing memory and cognitive function. The Dazhui is marvelous for stimulating spinal energy, as it is where the governing channel passes through. I switch up between my tools during the treatment quite often. I usually use a smoother tool when working along the spine, the smoother and thicker one, but you can use the divot side of the tool when working over the bones. Even the thinner tool, like this one, I could do this. So they will trace down along the urinary bladder meridian as the nudge runs over the spinal column. the energy highway of the body. Next, move laterally on both sides of the head, tracing the urinary bladder and the gallbladder meridian. Behind the ears. Here's the Feng Chi point, and come down along the side of the neck. Go towards, extending towards the shoulder. Here we have the shoulder well point. This spot tends to be tender for most people. Feng Fu and Feng Chi, the wind mention and wind pull points, are excellent for clearing wind and cold from the body and boosting the immune system. These points also release tension in the neck and shoulders, regulate blood pressure, and alleviate tension headaches. The shoulder well relieves tension in the shoulders and the neck, alleviates stress and headaches, and helps move stagnant qi. Through the process, if you notice any area that has a little tender spots, for me, I have many over my head, sometimes on the back and often on the side, so you can stay there a little longer. I had neck and shoulder injuries years ago. You can see the sha I have over here. Lot of stagnation, lot of chronic pain. 20 years of pain coming through slowly. After Guasha, always remember to use either your hands to massage the area or use the thicker edge of the tool. I will use my terahertz to help dissolve the sha or stagnation. One day I was working on this Guasha routine. I noticed this small but painful spot right by the base of my skull, where the head meets the neck, exactly just above the Feng Fu, the wind mention point. There's this soft mole in the size of a soybean, but it wasn't there before. So I used this sharp tool to work on the area from the spot and go up, press very firm, because it's really painful to go over the spot. So I worked around it. My tool could barely move due to the dense, compacted stagnation in the area. And then I worked just below it to go down along the neck, past the C7, the Dadri point, like this. And then I work on the side of it. And other side. So I did about 5 minutes. And eventually some strips of sha raised to the surface. Then I felt this surge of blood flow running down the neck and go down to my spine, which was really marvelous, a sensation I never had before. Later I noticed that my mole has shrunk down to the size of a sesame seed. It's still there, but it's so much better. For someone who has been diagnosed with autoimmune disorder, the area around the base of my head is always tender. I have so much stagnation and pain over there. And so it's crucial to clear stagnation and blockages in around these powerful yang energy centers to recharge the body's battery to improve the autoimmune dysfunction. You can work on your head anytime and as often as you'd like. You will discover how much you love it. You will want to do it more. For the neck and shoulders, if Sha appears, give it 2 to 5 days to allow the skin to recover. However, if there's hardly any Sha, you can work on the area daily. So this is how you use Guasha to stimulate your yang energy and boost your immune system. Give it a try to feel the difference. Please let me know how it goes for you by leaving me a comment. Share the video with family and friends. Sharing is caring. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Until next time, and take good care of yourself.